and this is an introduction to contemporary style.
William Castle IV was the first in history to use the contemporary type. William IV was born into a family of type founders. His grandfather, William Castle I, started the first tradition of working with type.
His grandfather's typefaces were what contemporary type founders called exotics. The Castle typefaces fell out of favor in the century after his death, but were revived in the 1840s.
William Castle IV eventually took over the family business from his father in 1807. He is credited with the first sans serif printed type for the Latin alphabet, appearing first in the 1816 Castellan specimen book. The most obvious characteristic of these styles is the absence of serifs. In many sans serif typefaces, strokes are uniform with little or no contrast between thin or thick strokes. Stress is almost always vertical. Many contemporary typefaces are geometric in their construction. Others combine both organic and geometric qualities.
Check out these examples of contemporary type. Do you recognize any of these names?
The very first sans serif typeface was created by a man named Axen Grotesque. He chopped off the serifs of an existing slab serif typeface. It wasn't popular for over a century after its creation, but then it achieved iconic status in the post-war period as the preferred typeface of many Swiss graphic designers.
An updated version to the grotesque typeface is Helvetica. The first version of Helvetica was created in 1957 by Max Miedinger. His goal was to design a new sans serif typeface that is neutral. Today, it is said that Helvetica is the graphic designer's best friend.
Harley-Davidson has the best use of Helvetica in my opinion. It's clean, neat, yet still edgy like the new Sportster bike.
Besides Helvetica, there's Universe. We also might pronounce it as Univers. It was designed by Adrian Futura. It's one of the first typeface families to fulfill the idea that a typeface should form a family of consistent and related designs. This is one of those typefaces that you don't really think about but are actually all around us.
BP Company has done a great job of evolving their logo over the last 100 years while keeping the typeface they know and love. The only difference I spot between Universe and Helvetica is the style of a few letters. For instance, the difference is in how they both use the letter Q and G.
Verdana was designed by Matthew Carter from Microsoft, and it was designed to be readable at small sizes on the low-resolution computer screens of the period. Like many designs of this type, Verdana has a large X height with wider proportions and looser letter spacing than like Helvetica.
Verdana has been a go-to font for me a couple times in my life as it is a great alternative font to use.
Futura was designed by Paul Renner and released in 1927. It's based on geometric shapes, especially the circle, and similar to the Bauhaus design style of the period, 1919 to 1933 to be exact. You've probably learned about the Bauhaus school in Germany in your art or even journalism classes. It has a long and impressive history.
Not all typefaces can say it was a part of the land of the moon. Futura was used on the plaque left by Neil Armstrong on the moon in July 1969. It's also been featured on the front of film posters and even iconic publications like Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair used Futura as an experiment for 5 issues in 1929, demonstrating their progressive design style.
This typeface has also inspired some of the most common brands we see every day. Examples include Nike, Gillette, Supreme, PayPal, Domino's, and Red Bull. One of the most common typefaces we see is Arial. We often find it in any type of document we're creating, whether it's through Google Docs, Pages, or Microsoft Word. It was created by Robin Nicholas and Patricia Saunders for Monotype originally, and it was created as a font for computer brand logos, but evolved.
Arial is a safe bet to use when making simple, friendly designs or when writing papers.
Thanks for watching our presentation on contemporary style. We hope you learned something new today.